I now want to introduce Sarah Levin, our co-chair of the DNC's Interfaith Council, to deliver our benediction. Sarah proudly represents the secular community as a co-chair of the Democratic National Committee's Interfaith Council. In 2016, she facilitated the establishment of the first ever secular caucus in the Texas Democratic Party. Hold on up, Sarah. And worked with secular Democrats to get 3 secular policy resolutions incorporated into the party's platform. She helped us to pass a resolution in 2019 at the DNC that expressly welcomes religiously unaffiliated voters into the party, recognizing their values and historic marginalization. Please welcome our friend Sarah to deliver our benediction.
Good morning, Democrats. Thank you, Chairman Harrison, for the opportunity to deliver today's benediction. We gathered here in St. Louis, Missouri to collaborate, to prepare to move forward as a unified body, and to draw energy and inspiration from one another that will nourish us as we turn our attention to the hard work that lies ahead of us. At our Interfaith Council meeting on Thursday morning, I was honored to share the stage with veteran civil rights activist and former secretary of the Missouri Democratic Party, Reverend Darryl Gray, who turns out is a very close friend of yours, Mr. Chairman. Reverend Gray began his advocacy journey working with the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, founded by the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Reverend Gray is one of 14 clergy suing the state of Missouri to overturn its abortion ban. Yes, we should clap for that. And they're suing on the basis that it violates the Missouri State Constitution, which calls for the separation of religion and government. Because abortion is a matter of religious freedom. When a state bans abortion, it codifies a narrow set of religious beliefs that does not represent everyone, and therefore violates the religious freedom of its citizens. Democrats have been on the front lines working to protect access to abortion in the face of Republicans' relentless attacks on reproductive health care. And therefore, it is Democrats, not Republicans, that have been on the front lines defending religious freedom. Reverend Gray, a devout, lifelong Christian who has been doing this work for longer than I've been alive, and I, a humanist, an atheist Jewish millennial, could not be more aligned when it comes to our understanding of religious freedom. And that shouldn't come as a surprise, because interfaith work is not about shared beliefs. When you bring people of different belief systems together, you're not going to agree on matters of theology, but that's not the point. Interfaith work brings us together around our shared values. We value the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. We share a desire to alleviate suffering and provide opportunities for everyone to thrive and prosper in our nation. We share a commitment to be good stewards of the one planet we have and to leave the world a better place than we found it. And we share a commitment to fight with everything we've got to defend democracy itself. Reverend Gray is one of thousands of clergy and civic leaders across the nation that we can take example from, who understand that to win the battle for bodily autonomy is to also win the battle for freedom of conscience and freedom of religion. In the midst of great pain and harm caused by the GOP's draconian anti-choice policies, may we forge strong, trusted partnerships in our communities with faith and civic leaders who can help us to activate the millions of Americans waking up to a post-Roe world. As Democrats, we embrace our diversity as a strength. We are the big tent party, big enough to include people of all faiths, of all spiritualities, and non-religious folks like me. We're not afraid of a changing religious landscape. We embrace it because we believe in pluralistic democracy. We, the Democratic Party, are the party of religious freedom. And don't you think it's time that we take those words back from the GOP? Then with this benediction, we set our intention to honor and take pride in the diversity of beliefs within our party, to be unified in our shared values, and to be guided by empathy, compassion, and our shared humanity. I will end here with the words of the late astronomer and science educator Carl Sagan. Every one of us is, in the cosmic perspective, precious. If a human disagrees with you, let him live. In 100 billion galaxies, you will not find another. Thank you.